Hey, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing? So have y'all noticed what I've noticed? Wiley is trying his best to reappear in the beef sector. Apparently, the numbers are just not calculating like he thought they would. And we're going to talk about that. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's hate overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there with the insults I've been knowing. Yes, they talk about my eyes and my leg, but I can depend. Hey, peoples. He's thinking of home. Have y'all know how y'all doing? How you doing? She talked too much. Shakira, the state of being. We don't want him back. No, no, no. Our minds say, don't bother us because we want nothing. Hi to Sparkle Covington, Cheryl Burnett. What's going on, people? Yeah, we're gonna talk about Wally. He wants to be talked about. Now, am I the only one who recognizes that Wally starts showing up in chats? He starts showing up on panels. He started making commentary on his birthday. Now, we all know what the beef sector is known for, right? They may not give all the way through the year, but one thing you can depend on, if you're in the beef sector, they're going to bless you on your birthday. At least that's been my experience. I've been here 7 years, and that's the way it's been, right? So he miraculously starts showing up in the beef sector again, right on his on the day, right? He reneges on his responsibility because he told this guy, King Roman News, that he was going to judge or be a part of their fashion show, but he's already collected what he's gonna collect, so now he don't want no parts of it. So he doesn't even bother to call the dude. They're ready to go live, and they ain't heard nothing from the other judge, right? So they have to wing it. But I think the issue is with Wiley. You see, when Wally was over here in the beef sector, he was stuck at about 10,000 subscribers for years. He couldn't get over 10,000 to save his soul, right? All of his, what he calls roasting and gagging, all of his attempts to read people and all that. He could never read people because he was just too silly. It was just too, it was just a part of him to be a silly person. He always wants to lie. He always wants to exaggerate. And he always wants to make up stories. This is the character of Wiley. And that's why he could never get past that 10 grand here, right? Because people were saying, well, we're reading people over here. We're reading them about their lives and so forth. But as far as roasting, no, we're not just over here making up shit. Roasting and reading are totally different things, right? So Wiley became disillusioned over here, and he felt like he could do much better by talking about celebrities, correct? Now, he would always try to dribble in a little bit here, a little bit there. So Wiley said, there was an incident. I forget what the incident was. But Wiley said he was leaving the beef sector. I think it was after Atlanta. He was going to go over here to full-time talk on this entertainment or this current events news, right? And they accepted him for a minute because Wiley can be very funny for a minute. Like, for instance, today, I was watching him on Nest No Mess channel, and he had me all the way up until the point where he start talking about how beautiful uppity Negro goddess was. And I said, well, there we go again. And then we're off into the bullshit. And he says it with such seriousness. I think she's a beautiful woman, knowing that this is only going to make the other people on the panel who are her ops furious, right? And this is what Wiley does. This is the stick. Anyway, so he went over there to try to cover the entertainment news, even though there's a good 20, 25, 30 people doing that already. He said, well, my numbers are never going to grow as long as I'm in the beef sector. And there is some truth to that. I mean, I've been stuck at 22,000 for a year and a half, something like that. So we're only so big over here, right? But this is a community of sorts, right? We talk about each other kind of thing. Uh, Over there, he has been talking about Nicki Minaj and what's that, Little Kim, Armand Wiggins, and Tasha K, right? He's been doing that for consistently for 2 years, girl. And there's so much competition talking about those people that they stopped watching Wiley. So Wiley's impressed that, well, when I was over there, I only had 10,000 subscribers. Now I got over here and I got 30,000 subscribers. Well, Wally, I looked back on your channel a little bit here. And 8 months ago, you gained a lot of subscribers, right? I don't know what the story was about. 8 months ago, you got some people. And then a year ago, you got some people. You got a chunk of people. So it depends on what story you're covering. People look in there. But are they staying there is the issue. Because if they were staying there at 30,000 people, then your numbers would be consistent. I think at 1 year ago, you were getting over 10,000 views. And then at 8 months ago, you were getting 10, 12, 14,000 views on these videos, right? At least 8,000, something like that, right? At those time periods, you gained some subscribe. But see, getting subscribers is not really the key thing. The key thing is how many people are actually watching you. And what we're recognizing, even if we look on your channel now, is that you're not getting those numbers anymore, right? Now, you can claim the 30,000 for the rest of your life if you want to. I'll give you the example. There's a guy here in San Francisco. His name is Jermaine Ellis. He used to be a world traveler, right? He was in different country every 2 weeks, correct? And his numbers were about 100,000, somewhere between 100,000 and 200,000 people, right? Were watching him. Well, when COVID came and he stopped traveling and he was only covering local events in San Francisco or doing tours in San Francisco, his numbers sometimes don't even break 100, right? But he's still on here as a person who has 100 to 200,000 subscribers. Those people are not watching him anymore. Those people signed on because he was a world traveler, people who had an interest in seeing other countries and particularly watching his commentary in other countries. But he's still going to be a person with 1 to 200,000 people forever, correct? Even though if he barely makes 200 or 300 now. So this is what you're experiencing, Wally. And then, of course, when the numbers go down, the money goes down, correct? Now, I've always been in this thing where it's 200, 2,000 to 4,000 views is all I get on my videos, right? So when I look at your views, they're the same as that. So as I can say, I don't need anybody to tell me how much money you're making on YouTube because I know, right? Our numbers are the exact same. You have no sponsorships. I have no sponsorships, right? And so as your birthday approached, you didn't have enough sense to at least show up before your birthday so people could become reacquainted with you. You show back up in the beef sector and all kinds of chats and panels and making videos all in one day, right? Why? Because you want people to cash app you, honey, right? So we have to see if you're going to try to hang in here and try to reacquaint yourself here, Wiley. People, they've already heard about Nicki Minaj, honey, right? So the point is, they're not watching you, girl. That's just the bottom line. 12,000 people watching you is different than 1,000 people watching you. So I noticed he was back on Nest No Mess channel. That's the one I watched all the way through. He can be amusing somewhat, but it's a short-term kind of thing. It's like a comedian can tell a joke, but you don't want to, just hear the same people every day. You don't want to hang out with those kind of people, right? You go in there, you get your laugh, and you leave. But when he started calling, all the girls were calling uppity unattractive, primarily because she had no teeth in her mouth. But he goes always the opposite. He takes the opposite stance, right, to antagonize these people. and they can talk about him. So we don't know if Wiley is planning on bringing his ass back over here to YouTube. We know it a few months ago, he went back to work. When a person is saying that they're making all these numbers on YouTube and this is their primary income and they're full-time YouTubers, and then they go back to work, that's an indication of something. Now, working makes a lot more sense. You certainly go on any job, you're gonna make more money than you're gonna make on YouTube, unless you can push those numbers up towards 100,000, right? But he had to go back to work. That told us that the coin was not coining, that's the current slang. The coins are not coining, the numbers are not numbering. That's what they're saying right now. Correct. So we knew there was an issue. But now we see, I believe in Nest No Mess channel yesterday, you said that no, you are a full-time YouTuber again. Well, if you're a full-time YouTuber again, and you ain't getting but 1,000 or 2,000 people watching, you can't do that. You had to shake it up. You got to do something. So today he's back on here again. Now he's got a whole video about the situation with King Roman News. He's saying things about King Roman News. He's calling his fashion show, he's calling that a scam. It was set up kind of thing, that he set it up to win it himself kind of thing. Although the man gave away more than he won. But anyway, he's saying those things so this man could come after him, King Roman News. Wally likes to bait people in. And we saw from yesterday the way that he went after King Roman News, went after Food Junkie, that he does have the capacity to read. He can get in that ass. We saw that. I don't know that we were even aware of it before. I think he went off on Brianna and somebody who doxed him very recently, and we got a glimmer of it. But he got in that in Food Junkie for seems like a solid hour day before yesterday, right? So we know he has capacity to read. So instead of pulling away from that and apologizing for not showing up at his event, Wally is going a different direction. So it seems like he's trying to get his ass back over here. The point is, you know, you're trying to come back, boy. We're saying no, no, no. You want to rejoin? We're saying no, 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 no. Oh yeah, baby. We're saying no, 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 no. So now he's got to convince the people that they actually want to see him again, right? Because when he was over there trying to do celebrity news, when he was covering the same thing and all the rest of them cover, right? There's all this competition who are getting 10 and 20 times more views than he gets. Those people are not going to be donating money to Wiley. Why? Because what happens was they signed up, they clicked on, subscribe because of a couple of stories he was following 8 months and a year ago. They clicked on for that reason. But when they discovered that Wiley is basically lying about everything, he's lying about everything, or he's exaggerating everything. He is not a dependable person that you can get a story from. If you want to actually know what happened somewhere, the very last person you're going to consult is Wiley, right? So maybe they got a giggle out of it 8 months and a year ago, but that's not sustainable because you're going to lie about everything, right? It is the lies, the lies, the lies. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Now, he's got followers, people. We all got followers, honey. Everybody likes somebody. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And they might follow him around a little bit. They think he's just amusing and funny or whatever. He calls himself a comedian. He says he's about to go on tour with his comedy show. Don't y'all throw no bananas at Wally. Leave him alone. That might work for him. I ain't got no problem with it, dude, really. I thought he was kind of funny. When I've had encounters with him or interview with him, he's been a nice guy. I said, he's not a bad person, right? But he has more than one personality. Wiley brags of being bipolar, and Essentially, that's what he is. If he's manic, he'll just come on here just spewing off all kinds of craziness and lies and shit. How in the fuck you gonna put uppity goddess in some kind of beauty contest, girl? anyway. What y'all think? Ain't Wally the one who tore up the library? He'll never be able to live it down. Yep, he confronted it by coming and telling the truth about his mental condition. I think he's doing better as far as that goes. We haven't seen him being that manic, but yeah, that's when he started telling us that he's bipolar, because that explains the situation at the library, which is true. I mean, it's true. It's obvious that he is bipolar, but he's also calculating. I mean, he knows how to work these audiences, right? Right now, he's trying to get some shit going. He's going to be arguing with or fighting with King Roman first, and then he's going to pick off the other people as they go. He was calling the girls stinky, although you can't smell through a computer. The people on her panel, the one that I actually watched, you know, he's insulting them, calling everybody ugly except for the ugliest one on there. Right? That's the way he gets down. But will he last over here? I don't know. If a story come up about Nicki Minaj or Little Kim or something, girl, he might get distracted and go off in another direction again. But obviously that direction didn't work. So Wally, now, he's one of his statements was that he was now back on YouTube. He was not working. So I mean, I don't know if he got fired, he's left the job, whatever. He's back over here. You can expect desperation, which means he's going to tell outlandish lies. And sometimes you'll listen for a while before you realize that he's just being ridiculous and he's just telling outlandish lies purposely. Correct? That's not very entertaining when something happens in the news and you over here making up stories. It only confuses the issues. We'd rather hear the issue, right? If you want to be over there with a more serious people, then you have to act seriously. If you got 30 other people reporting on the same story and they are trying to stay in the realm of truth, and then you over here just a silly buffoon, I mean, come on, man. How long will that last you? So anyway, they're not watching him. He's over here. I think his being back over here, it could just be the holidays. And because people everybody gives everywhere on Christmas Day. And, you know, his birthday happens to be in this month. You know, I don't know if he's going to beg for his Thanksgiving dinner. I don't think anybody's that low, with the exception of one. But he may disappear again and come back on his next birthday. We don't know about that. Y'all got any ideas on this stuff? Another note, a little sidebar, is I told you guys, I think the last time I was on here, that Jay Wilson had went through the boat money. And so he's going to come up with another scam. You can depend on it. He's got to get another scam together because the mortgage is due every month. PG&E every month. 2 cars, insurance, all of it comes due every month, right? So you can expect him to come up here with some other scam. So when I was peeking in yesterday, I see, oh, he's having a challenge as well. It's one thing. We got 5 and 6 challenges. Big people get challenges. They're challenging everything now, right? That's kind of what's going on right now. She has to jump her ass in there. And the first thing she starts hollering about is money. How much you gonna give? I want to give the winner. I'm gonna give the winner 500. Who's going to be the winner? Vivian? He ain't giving them shit. He wants you guys to give him $500, girl, plus everything he can beg all around it. It's all going to be begging, which is what I told you about on yesterday or whatever day I was on here last, right? You got to get a new scam. It's always got to be a new scam, a new hustle. Nigga, here's the new hustle, Jay Wilson. Get a job. How about that for a hustle, honey? Get some interviews, girl. Stop going down to the temp agency, bitch. As long as the people enabling him and put off them bills for another month, he has no motivation to get a job, right? When he came on here, He was talking about how, oh, I just lost a job. I'm gonna get a new interview. I'm gonna get an interview with the Greyhound. I'm gonna get, nigga. At least you were looking for a job at the point, girl. You should have got a job for the Greyhound. They tell me Greyhound people making $40 an hour, girl. You should have ever solved all your problems, but no, you got sidetracked, right? And every time these people support one of your schemes and scams, girl, that just delays the process. That's another month you don't look for a job as you approach your 60s. 60s? Come on, man. Uh-huh. Yeah, that library, he made the news that day. You can take Wally in small doses. 1 year he's fine, coming back will not be welcome. Oh no, honey. I say it forever on here. I like Wally. I think he's an okay guy. And then the next time I listen to him, he's over here insulting me, then crying. So I can't take him seriously at all. And you don't even comment over there because he's not over here. He's primarily trying to be over there talking about Armand Wiggins. Now I can understand you get fixated on people. People have long running beefs. I've been talking about that goddamn Jay Wilson for 5 years, right? So I understand how that can happen. How that can happen. But the other guy is the one that's winning. His numbers continue to grow and yours decrease. We're talking about the viewership, the day-to-day viewership. That's why you had to go back to work. You didn't want to go back to work because you really like being on YouTube, but YouTube was not paying the bills, honey. Correct, Wiley? Now, I know you peek in here. Occasionally, I will see him in my chat. So I know he peeks in and tries to enjoy some of the beef sector, but he likes to always act like the beef sector is something beneath him now. He's gone on to greener pastures. It might be more glamorous when you can use known celebrities' pictures, but they're just pictures, Wally. That's just you open your mouth and decide to talk about that person. That doesn't mean you're actually a part of that crowd or that group. You're not respected among the, other tubers in that area. You're not respected by any of them. Most of them will not even acknowledge you. Certainly, this whole controversy took place with the Roman situation. Oh, let me say this. I'm not a person into fashion. I was approached by King Roman News about this upcoming fashion show thing. And I told him immediately that no, I would not be interested in that. I wear polo shirts and t-shirts, and that's it. Blue jeans, right? So no, I'm not. I wouldn't be interested. Why try to compete where you don't compare? We'll send that out to Yusuf. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's just the salt and sugar. that boy came in here, cut a t-shirt off, girl. Anyway, let me not get distracted. We talking about Wiley. Wiley control without breaking character. That's his talent. That's a talent. Okay. Well, some people would call it talent. I mean, I have to say that when I was watching him on No Mess, I was watching the whole thing. I thought it was hysterical until he started talking about how beautiful that woman was. He's over there kissing that woman a VS ass and all this shit. Of course, he throws in the insults. He insults Phi Babe. He insults, he don't insult me no more, but he will after this. But he throws those in to try to catch somebody to respond to him, right? Because he's really not respected over there with celebrity gossip. And then he was never really loved on Beef Sector, but people did watch him, and he did accumulate some supporters. People who I suspect are still watching him. There are some people that you're just going to be attracted to, right? I used to tease and pick on my husband constantly, right? Matter of fact, that's where Squeenie got his name from, because my partner's name, his name was Jimmy, but I called him Squeenie, right? That's where I got my first dog was named Jimmy, and my second one is Squeenie. But I always take it, but he got me. I'm sure that man would not have had a tenth of the laughter he had in his life if it weren't for our relationship. I got his humor, he got mine. We laughed at each other. You know, a lot of people will say, "Oh, girl, fuck that bitch. She always gets smart." You like who you like, honey. Uh, you love the shirt? The orange shirt. No, I know I ain't no fashionista. As a younger man, I was into the Brooks Brothers look, primarily because I spent a lot of that time either working at the designer showrooms or in retail. And of course, they want you to look like the customers. So I had adapted this Brooks Brother look, and I had nice clothes, but somehow or other, it just goes away, honey. Particularly here in California, we're a very casual type state. A lot of states you go to, everybody in church is in a suit, right? Or at least a shirt and tie. Here, you wear the same, or wear the same thing I got on right now to the church house. He burned too many bridges to grow up. To grow, he just a damn fool. He a damn fool. Angry bus driver. Mm, mm, mm. Angry bus driver. What you angry about? You making all that money? I recently saw the numbers of what these bus drivers making, baby. You need to smile. You need to sing because you're happy. Wally lost a lot of support when he started telling those stories about catfishing me and, oh my goodness, for sex. It was very aggressive and rapish. But that is, he's proud of doing that. That's when it happens when you're bipolar, honey. You don't know when to shut the fuck up. Catfishing the people, you're putting your life in danger, honey. People driving all them damn miles, they expecting to see Beyonce, and they seeing uppity. Girl, please. But Wiley feels unattractive. I mean, his eye situation is part of his stick. He adds all that in. He feels unattractive. So I guess he feels like the only way he can get somebody is to catfish him. Not everybody reacts well to that, honey. Especially not when he said he want him some trade. He want a thug, honey. Some of them thugs will knock your other eye crooked, girl. How the hell I wouldn't even want to be with nobody child that tricking somebody into my house, girl. Then you got to explain what the fuck, why you look like that. Wiley is no Jason Lee. Well, that's who he putting the picture up. He's showing Jason Lee picture. He shows Armand Wiggins picture. He wants to be one of those guys, right? But it's not really working for him. It's not working for him because he just wants to roast. He doesn't want to actually read or give commentary, honest commentary on anything. When you're mixing all those lies on there, people say, why am I watching this? Right? I want to know the stories. Then they got 30 other options to get the story from. Hi, Nicole J. Nikki B. Orange blouse. This is my Thanksgiving blouse. Mm-hmm. Justin, behave yourself. Maybe Nikki B want to give him something, not me, honey. No. First of all, my shit would never get hard for something like that, girl. I don't know. What's that Rebel Son say? I need a O2 tank to get it up. Girl. I need rocket fuel to get something like that, child. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way. Ain't no way that I can ever be with a man like that. Ain't no way. It ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nikki B said, I'm not interested either. Only one interested in that is Mark, and we don't know what's wrong with him. As far as we know, Mark is slow. We don't know that. Y'all watch how much that boy, everybody else having contests, right? The money never comes into the, they don't even talk about the money. Actually, most of them give the people, the winners, money. Jay Wilson's over there. He's already begging already about this guy. He already begging already about this contest. And I told, just like I told y'all, he going. Yes, I remember. Be quiet. Let me see. I wonder what the name of the video was. Okay, Pastor. Okay. Now, what was this thing called? Let me see. This ish is complex and crazy. Pick. Okay. Is it cool to ding a ding dang? Okay. Seasons, readings. Okay. Dimples. Okay. God damn. How many videos you make a day, girl? He talked about, he introduced the guy that was just yesterday, wasn't it? I can't even find it, child. This fool makes so many videos, girl. You can't even find out what he was talking about 2 days ago. Christmas tree challenge. Okay. Let's see what you got.
Because of that, King Roman. No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, you shut up.
Very first step. Okay? Now, if your spirit is sensitive, and you know you, child, get your cousin to help you with the tree. Your cousin can help you. Okay? You just can't go hire somebody to do your tree. Sometimes you don't need that busy Christmas tree. Sometimes you just need some ribbons or something. So I want it to be so difficult to judge. I want the Christmas tree challenge to be so difficult to judge that we can't even make a decision.
Oh, so you keep the money?
Voice over of what lyrics said to me. Baby, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all.
You should have been mad. You should have been humiliated. Anytime a dog, honey, would turn on you after living in your house, girl, for a whole fucking year, and that dog, that animal would just turn off and knock the fuck out of you, girl. And then not only did the dog slap the shit out of you, after he slapped you, he kept coming. He was keep coming. He's trying to get to you. You trying to hold him off. He keep coming. You're so stupid that you're the only one that saw the incident. But you so, I'm gonna get a coin. I'm gonna get a coin from it. This is gonna be a good coin. Oh, I'm gonna get it, girl. So you are willing to humiliate yourself and watch you get it domestically abused by your animal, honey. Mm-hmm. That's why you bought the dog shoes, nigga. He was digging them claws in that face, bitch. Wally says he's a top. Wiley's another one that you know. But you're young, you can usually get somebody if you're young. But Wally would have to be a bear. He had to be one of them grizzly bears because he done got big. That man said he was 360 pounds, girl. I'm gonna consider myself a big guy. Mostly it's my big ass stomach. But I consider myself, girl, I'm only like 240. He weighs 130 pounds more than me. 130 pounds, girl. That's like carrying another person on your back. So no, Wally definitely would not be the one, honey. He's simply the best, better than all the rest. They would have to fall in love with you on screen, Wally. You had your chance with Rico. Apparently, you said you were not attracted to Rico after he threw that drink in your face. Community. Good Lord, have mercy. Too much information. Thank you. Jabba, why did your LGBTQ brother drop out the 224 presidential race? Oh, that's Wiley, honey. Did the white blonde hair, blue-eyed beard not seem authentic? So what happened? Did the white blonde hair, blue-eyed beard seem not authentic? I don't remember what you mean. I didn't get that one, Justin J. Nikki B, Uncle Tim say Jay Wilson, Wiley, and Sean Bradley need to have a foursome. Ooh, God, child. No, Justin, it looked like I give you some time of day though. You ain't a bad looking flatfoot brother. Oh, I'm a flatfoot brother. I'm a flatfoot brother. Stupid ass. Self-love has to come first. Yeah, you're gonna need it when you have those attributes, Wiley. I don't know what you've been eating, brother, but you are twice the size you were when I saw you. Because Wiley, he's tall too. 365 pounds. Woo! That's a whole lot of love. All that experns. What's going on? Tim Scott dropped the race. Uncle Tim Scott dropped out the race. Who is Tim Scott? I didn't know any of the people in that contest. I did go over there and watch it. I think King Roman would have won anyway. I think his clothes were better. There was another guy in there who they're about in the same class. They had nice clothes as well. But I think, what do they have? 3 categories. Roman came in on 2 of the categories, so he still would have won. I'd imagine that he wanted to have this fashion thing because he likes clothes. And since no one else was having it, he said, well, I'll just put it on myself. But because he does like clothes and he wants, he's a young guy. He wanted to put it on himself, but he wanted to put it on someone else's channel so he could participate in it. Right? Like me, I love interior design. I love it. If it was an interior design contest, I would like to be in it, right? Because that's what I like too. So I don't think there was any kind of in the setup or what do Wally call the thing? He's over there calling that man's saying that man had cheated in the contest. He know he's gonna come after him now. He ain't got no choice. Lied about the man's contest. He's probably already sensitive to that issue. That's why he moves it over to a woman's channel. Next, he's going to have on his channel, he's going to have the women, right? I don't think King Roman News is very driven by the money, right? A lot of people, particularly people who have a full-time job, are not even considering this money. Only fools like Jay Wilson with 5 and 6 degrees, girl, that come on here begging at night and do. I told y'all he's going to come up with some. Watch, I said, before the week is out, she's going to come up with a brand new scam. Soon as she started talking about this Christmas tree adventure, she started talking about money. Y'all got to give. I'm going to give 500. I'm going to give, nigga, you're not going to give 500. You're asking these people to give strangers $500, nigga. Damn, you think they're that stupid? And after that month, you're going to have to come up with something else. What you going to have a new, it's going to be the New Year's contest. The New Year's contest, who can have the best bow tie? Damn near every dime ends up in his pocket. Mm-hmm. Maybe he can make Stomp Down the winner. Wiley say he's looking for a wife. Wiley is not even bisexual, child. Wiley is trying to keep his female audience interested in him, or he likes to be a spokesman for Black women because he feels like they'll like him more. They don't want you, Wiley. They don't want you. We don't want you. You're hard pressed to find somebody who wants you. That's why I was amazed that you rejected Rico. Now, granted, Rico get drunk and start putting hands on your ass, girl. But I don't know that you could do much better than that. I mean, how often you get somebody who wants your ass? So it's not necessary to say you're bisexual. A lot of them have to go through that. You remember now when Jay Wilson, when Wally catfished Jay Wilson, she come over here talking about she a bisexual. Anybody see any bisexual activity from Jay Wilson since then, girl? It's been a couple of years ago, right? When is they gonna kick in? Oh, I'm in a relationship. I mean, if you like pussy, you still would have found something by now. You don't have no problem going on Growler and finding men's, right? Oh, that's when I was single. That's when I was like, nobody's paying attention to you. How did you find that boy, ZT? How did you find him on the sex site, girl? You just browsing? Oh, Tim Scott, the politician. Okay. All right. I thought you were talking about somebody in the beef sector. Okay, Justin. You know they're gonna cuss you out for bringing you bringing national news. Justin, you know by now that these women ain't gonna put up with this shit. You come up here with this news. Yes, I do know who Tim Scott is. I remember momentarily thought we were talking about beef sector people, and I thought the race you were talking about was the men's fashion race. What woman wants Wiley when his bussy is bigger than their lady garden? Child, if Wally actually saw a cool honey, he'd go running in the street screaming, girl. That might set him off on another one of these manic events, girl. Don't touch me. He may like the way it sounds, honey, but that don't mean nothing, child. I used to give these guys a break, but these are men in their 30s, honey. If you don't know you by now, you will never know who you. Ooh. We all got our own funny moves. Uh-huh. Oh, you mentioned Tim Scott because the moderators ain't here today. Oh, I got you. I feel you, Jake Justin. They ain't here. I can sneak one in. Mm-hmm. Jay Wilson said you could not be in the Christmas tree decorating competition because you are a professional interior designer. He was trying to be funny, but that ain't no insult to me. Also, even a broke clock is right twice, right? Yeah, I don't buy Christmas trees and shit. For who gonna see it, honey? No, I don't like tearing my house up just to put a Christmas tree up. If I had a family or nieces or nephews, or my family lived in California, or I had a partner or some child, then yeah, I would put up Christmas tree up for other people, not for me. Mm-hmm. Oh, but she had my name in her mouth. Oh, maybe we need to go over there and see what she said. Mm-hmm. That might be another 6 or 7 months of commentary. Ooh, Wally was drugging the means. Well, that's the according to that dude that did the 16-part expose on Wiley. What was his name? One with the fan thing. He's another king. Everybody's a king. I forget what his name is. Be quiet, baby. Because I like it, Nikki B. I'm taking my time because you ain't cash apping, so all I get out of it is the ability to sing. Maybe if you give me a 200 or 300, I won't shut up. Ding 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 ding. What did you ding dong? Ooh, Nikki B, the Christmas season coming up. Think about all them Christmas songs. Ooh, you have to get you some new earplugs. So they had they had a Christmas wreath competition. Okay, so y'all done gone crazy with the competitions now. Okay, I ain't got no problem with it. Not like that's something I would participate in. Mm-hmm. No, I don't put Christmas trees up. I never have. When I had a partner, I worked at the Pacific Design Center, and they would close down for Christmas. So, right before the building closed for Christmas, they would throw out all the Christmas decorations. So I would get these great big old Christmas trees, but I only got them because they were free, and I had a partner at home, right? So it's something we could do together. Uncle Tim, are you going to make another video with your ooh? Another, honey, I ain't never made no video like that, Justin. Uncle Tim, are you going to make another video with your shirt off? You don't deserve all that, honey. Wait a minute. You want a lot for that 5, Justin. You want to see Daddy's big belly? That's your friend Jay Wilson, who does strip tease to get a cash app. I don't see no cash apps. Look at this. Over here insulting people for their prostitution backgrounds, girl. The reason why you didn't prostitute, Jay Wilson, because nobody wanted your punk ass. You can't sell that for nothing, girl. Please. I don't know why the ugly ones always worry about, oh, I don't sell my ass. I don't sell my. Everybody like that lined up around the corner, girl. Oh, Lord have mercy. So I wouldn't spend $3 or some shit like that. And that would only be under condition that I get to beat you. That I like to spank. Do you take a good spanking for $3, nigga? It don't matter if I use this paddleboard, do you? I ain't never taking no shirt off, child. Talking about the Bible and sin. Oh, you might have got a sneak. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. If I ever did it, I don't remember. Hi, Shy Girl Complex, Arts and Crafts, Angie Dickerson. Okay. How's my Thanksgiving dinner coming along, Angie Dickerson? Well, I did my part. I was going to put the turkey. That's the easiest thing there is to do. But my friend told me that we had, I guess they bring all the food. My friends bring all the food over here, right? Potluck style. And apparently someone brought a deep fried Cajun turkey from KFC last year. And he said it was good and everybody enjoyed it, right? Apparently I didn't eat any of it. I don't remember. But that's what I did. So I ordered it. $76 for a goddamn turkey. Well, I guess that's a life, you know. Get a turkey something. $76, but that's all I'm doing, honey. They have at Whole Foods, they got this cranberry stuff. Not the ones that we cut in the can, which I actually kind of like, but it's cranberry, this homemade cranberry stuff. And that's about all I'm gonna do. I must have made quite an impression, Justin. If I took my shirt off and wanted, how am I gonna take my shirt off, child? I had liver cancer. They had to cut my ass open from here all the way down to my stomach, child. I don't think I would expose some shit like that, child. That might be why I want to go get no trade. So apparently Wiley thinks that the girl uppity goddess is beautiful. That's when I turned it off. I said, okay, we're getting too silly again. We're going from the pot into the oven, honey. Popeyes and Duplex. We don't have a Duplex here, I don't think. I don't know. That's the only fast food place they have in the Castro. So I just got to walk across the street to get it on Thanksgiving Day. That's the easiest. So I'm sure other places do it too. Albert's is known for making food. I don't even know where there's one of those. Stuff is still continuing to close. I can't believe it. Yesterday I was out there. They had this place called, is it Super Duper? No, one of them burger places I go to sometimes. I was doing some errands. I was out there. It had a Super Duper. I think it's Super Duper. No, Super Duper has been a fast-growing chain in San Francisco. They popped up real fast. I don't. It was something very similar to that. So they had that upstairs. And then downstairs, they had a Boston market that has been there for at least 30 years. I couldn't get the burger. It was closed down. And downstairs, I went there, and that's closed down. Stuff is still closed. I don't know how they're going to serve the same amount of people. I mean, San Francisco is still 850,000 people. How are they going to close everything down? But then I saw that we're not the only ones. This exact same situation is happening in cities, big cities, and medium-sized cities all over the country. Downtown is not going to apparently mean the same thing as it did in the past in the future. Right? So I guess a lot of it is just going to be about the internet. So all the crooks and thieves get busy because they say, "Oh shit, they getting everything delivered to their house." Let me go. Y'all beware now. Get ready. As the Christmas season approaches, the drug addicts, thieves, what do you call them? People who go to your door and snatch your packages and all that stuff. They'll be out there. Last year, I walked the dog and I just see packages open all along the damn street. Nothing in them, but they're obviously nobody has ordered something from Amazon and then opened it up and threw the box out on the street. No, those packages were stolen. So be aware, people, particularly if you're in an apartment building. That's what's making the Ring doorbell business is growing because of Amazon. It's because of all these damn packages. And I mean, obviously, there's more than one place to shop. I just use them as the example because they're the biggest. Let me get gorgeous. Hold on. That's all you get, Justin. Them gorgeous lips. Mm-hmm. I mean, Boston markets. Yeah, there's a guy on here. He's called the company guy, and he chronicles the rise and fall of companies all over the country. But you'll see how many major chains are going out of business now. It's not an isolated thing. Porch pirates, huh? Lord have mercy. I get so upset sometimes. Occasionally, when I order something from Amazon, the people that some of these I don't know what you call them, these drivers who don't work for Amazon, but they're commissioned by them or whatever to deliver stuff, they'll leave it right out on the street. I said, "But goddamn, couldn't you ring my doorbell? We have a gate, and then the person who's delivering the packages comes through the gate. They buzz them in the gate, or they have a key, and then there's another door, and they come into that door, and then the packages are inside the building. But some of the lazy ones, you just throw it at the building." I hate to do it, but I got to give them a bad review and let them know what's going on, honey. You're in the wrong business. Oh, porch pirates. Some of them porch pirates have been shaken up, honey. Somebody started firing through the door. Hey, come back here. I got the wrong address. Well, put my shit down, bitch. Maybe they've been shooting at them and everything else. Amazon drivers have been real lazy because they're taking on more than they can handle, honey. If you can't wait long enough to get inside the goddamn building, you're in the wrong business. And you think nobody's going to report your ass. They're going to report you when they don't get their product. And they got to wait for another 2 weeks to get another one. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tracy. I'm an orange shirt, brother. Let me check my perimeter, honey. These girls will never stop. There's always something here. Maybe that's why Wally wants to come back. Mm-hmm. Wally wants to come back home. What y'all say? Wally, a lot of people say, no, don't bother, nigga. You abandoned us because the money was so good over there, right? But what you discovered that even with these, the way it is now, people still give over here at least. They ain't giving you shit in that sector. Only ones giving you any money is the ones that came from the beef sector, girl. Let me see. Okay, 80 niggas up there. Auntie Hammy. Okay, so Wally's on again. Okay. Yeah, he's on again talking about these people, but they won't talk about him. A lot of that controversy came because uh, King Roman News had asked Armand Wiggins to be a judge. He would be like a celebrity judge for internet. And he mentioned that Wally was going to be a part of the competition. And so he said, "Oh, fuck no." Because he refuses to even acknowledge Wiley. And he certainly was not going to be on a panel with Wiley. And that's why he lost Armand Wiggins. And then Wiley don't even show up. So he lost his celebrity judge because of Wiley, and Wiley don't even bother to show up. What's going on, Gambit Carter? That's my friend and neighbor, Gambit Carter here. He's a sometime moderator. He pops in every once in a while. As a front desk person at a building, he works for a building, a high rise. I have to verify the packages belong here and not somewhere else. They don't always read. They don't always read the. Well, it cuts it off. It only allows some random words. They don't always read the addresses on the packages. Well, if you have a concierge at the building, then obviously they can do better. And a lot of these high rises, Gamage lives in the high rise as well. They have special rooms where you can lock everything up. You have to have a key to get in there to get your packages. But like in my building, we used to have a couple of drug addicts lived here, right? Not, I'm hating on drug addicts. I mean, I was one of them. My people. Let's say that. When there was a couple of people here were either drug dealers or drug addicts. They have neither one died and the other one is just gone. There were people coming into this building who did not belong here. And as they were leaving, they would pick up something as they left because the packages were piled up at the door. So fortunately, we don't have that problem anymore. We haven't had it for a couple of years. But still, if somebody is visiting you and they don't live there, they have nothing to lose. And we got cameras all over the place. But what good is the camera going to do? Right? When you leave, all we can say is if the managers are here and they see somebody who they know have stolen packages, they can stop them. But it's rampant. I mean, it's rampant. You'll see it'll pick up as part of the whole new experience. That's why the people have the Ring doorbells. That's why there's cameras all over the goddamn place. And many times all they opening up is your cat litter and stuff. They don't give a fuck. They just throw that in the trash down the street. If somebody's ordering clothing, how the hell? What's the chances of the clothing fitting you? You know. But when you're getting high, everything's an opportunity, honey. Somebody will buy it. Mm-hmm. Somebody else said it. Thank you, Tracy. Did I already thank you? Mm-hmm. No, Wally can stay where he is. They don't want you, Wally. Wally flip-flops all over the place. He laughing with you one day, reading you the next day. Not his reads are not really reads. He's roasting you the next day. Y'all remember how they used to do the celebrity roast? These guys, they take a grain of truth and then they make a joke out of it, right? That's what roasting is. Well, if you're going to be competing with people who are actually giving commentary or even if they're reading to people, you don't stack up. And they've gotten used to you, Wiley. So if you subtract the 30,000, because I mean, he used to be at 10,000. When he went over there, he passed me up. I've been at 22 for a long, long time, right? But that number is not really significant. All it means is somebody at some point in history clicked on subscribe. So when we want to see how many people are watching you, you can go back 4 or 5 videos and say, well, here's how many watch him. 1,000 to 2,000 people. Ooh, who is Fleece? Fleece, wait a minute. Ass is ass. Johnson, what happened? More important than water? Ooh, you sound like a booty bandit. Ass is ass. Just stick it in the hole. Why don't you buy one of them plastic ones, Fleece? You can buy your plastic one. You ain't got to go out the house, honey. They got little booties you can fuck all night, girl. Like Charlemagne gave DJ Envy a life size portrait figure of his booty hole. A bandit, booty bandit, a booty monster. Ooh. Talking my language now. I'm gonna get out of here and go write a little bit on killing the meth monster. My new writing project. You got to stay consistent. You got to start doing it. Try to do it every day, or it'll fizzle away. You know, miss too many days and you lose interest. Why they lie too much, making up stuff? What's wrong with him? You see, it's because I'm a comedian. Right. Well, if you're a comedian, should I laugh? If I'm not laughing, you're not a comedian. Oh, look who showed up, child. Oh, I wish I had me one of them StreamYards at this point, or I had signed on to StreamYard. What's going on, Wiley? Y'all say hello to Wiley. Wiley said he a superstar. He said he a celebrity, child. He said, look, y'all all talking about me. Y'all ain't talking about the competition. They all talking about me. Wiley. Yes, you am. You a celebrity among who, Wiley? Oh, so you are you going to come back and be a beef sector celebrity? See, you can be a small fish over there, Wiley. Listen to me. You'll be a small fish among these people who you have all these people reviewing everything they do, right? Or you can come back to beef sector and be a bigger fish, and you can claim that you are you are a celebrity. But right now you're in limbo, honey. You're not a celebrity over there or over here. What do you say? King Roman Noodles? Oh, his name is King Roman Noodles now. Okay. So you're attempting, you want King Roman to go off on you. So you're trying to get you a beef going over here. Mm-hmm. King Roman is a nice guy until y'all provoking. Y'all not, Wally, you have to accept responsibility for your own actions, honey. You told that man that you were going to be a judge on his show. At the moment the show is starting, where are you at? You had a responsibility to show up. You could at least apologize and be humble. You know, I messed up. When they contacted me, I knew right from the top, I ain't no fashionista, honey. So I can't do it. Mm-hmm. You say King Roman fashion show was rigged. Now, what kind of an accusation is that, Wiley? Are you saying that King Roman did not deserve to win the contest? If we're going purely by the clothing worn, I would say he'd still be the winner, whatever the conditions were. So I don't know that he would rig it. I don't think that he has the same motivation that some of you guys do to pay your bills. My understanding is that yes, they did dox him, and he left his job, but then he immediately got another job. And so I don't think that's his motivation. So what would be his motivation to rig his own show? There is some controversy because he decided to have the show on someone else's channel so he could participate. Why? Because he enjoys fashion, right? He wanted to be a part of it. I think the people were fair. I would say that of the people who did review this fashion show, I think that Rick Reed's critique was probably the most honest. Now, his critique was a lot of the people, he was going by what he would wear and what he would not wear. I don't know if that's, that's just a matter of personal taste. But to judge it, just like you watch Project Runway, I wouldn't wear any of those women's clothing, but I could still judge what looks good and what doesn't look good, what is creative and what's not creative, right? But I think his was the closest to an honest critique. I don't think Tim was in prison with you. Was it? uh-uh. No, we wasn't in prison together. Again, it was rigged. He tried to step me up. He tried to step you up, Wally, because you didn't show up. You got to take a responsibility, brother. You messed up. You did not show up. This is the beginning of your healing. I will take responsibility. And when I am wrong, I will promptly admit it. And I will apologize when necessary. It is important, Wiley. Maybe this is something you're missing, brother. You can't blame everything on your bipolar disorder. I know people who are bipolar. I would say that you are very high functioning. Considering some of the things that I've seen, you're a high functioning person. Your medication is working for you. So don't use that as an excuse. You messed up. You didn't show up. You didn't even bother to let this person know. You were irresponsible. You know, I've always said that I like you, although I'm apprehensive about saying, "Oh, I like Wiley," because I know within the next few seconds you're gonna start lying, girl. You blame Roman noodles. Okay, so you've given him a whole new name, and you're the one who did not show, and you're gonna make him now the villain. And I'm sure you heard the whipping he put on what's the guy, food junkie. You've heard what his capacity is. You feel like I can provoke that dude. I can provoke him, and that's what I'm going to do. And this is going to be my way into the beef sector, at least for the holidays, at least for that time of giving. Don't play with me, Wally. Baby. His name is not Roman Noodles. Mm. You didn't even spell noodles right. You're supposed to put 2 O's, not 2 D's. Or do you? Maybe you did get it right. I know my spelling is trash. Someone inviting you to dance, Wiley. But Wiley likes all that, see? It's very hard to hurt his feelings. He's just trying to get a coin. Wiley, you want to talk about them numbers? Explain to us why 8 months ago you were getting numbers in excess of 10,000 views. And 1 year ago, you had a similar experience where you were getting high numbers. But it seems like recently the numbers not only have not increased, but they have decreased by a whole lot. You're not getting money from YouTube. I'm getting the same amount of numbers. You ain't getting the money from here, honey. The only person with those kind of numbers who claim they're getting rich, they're making all this money, is Jay Wilson. He can't help it. He's a pathological liar. Okay, so now this is how Wally plays the game. Pay attention, people. So, like I told you, he was saying that that uppity goddess woman was beautiful. She's more beautiful than Ness. She's more beautiful than everybody on the panel, right? And which is when I had to sign off. Now he's saying Food Junkie is an icon. He is way better than Roman Noodles. Okay. Oh, you spelled noodles right. I think, see, you can take instruction, Wiley. You ain't crazy. YouTube system change. Okay. Okay. So Wally is saying that the reason he's not getting numbers is because the YouTube system has changed. I came on complaining about that as well. They're not paying as much. That's for damn sure. But that doesn't mean that the numbers have changed. Your numbers are determined by who is actually watching you. That they can't change that, right? Now you may say you're getting a whole lot less money, but you got to acknowledge that you're getting a whole lot less people watching you. They just got burnt out. I mean, it's true with everybody. Why do you think that a television show, the average television show, a long run is 6 years, and then people just not watching anymore? right? You got to be able to adjust to that, Wiley. But yes, the system is changing. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But it's about the money. Okay. So you don't mind, you don't care that you have stood this man up, and then you're going to come over here and make him the enemy and provoke him to fight with you. And you say that's okay because it's just for the money. Now, were you one of the ones taught under Jay Wilson? I just want the money. I just give me the money. He over there doing this about a goddamn Christmas tree now, girl. The begging has begun. He said he gonna give the winner $500. Oh, that's my goal. That's my goal to give him 500. I'm gonna nigga go into your wallet or into your Cash App or your bank account, girl, and then we want to see you give something because you ain't giving up nothing, Jay Wilson. Just like on the boat ride and every other one of your scams, girl, you're not going to give them people shit. You want to ask other people to give them money, and you take the credit for it, girl. Like your Cash App Palooza, right? Right? You had them giving each other, give each other some money, but you always got yours off the top, right? That's why YouTube decided this is a scam because everybody's paying you. Oh, I'm gonna put your name on. I'm gonna put your name on. Girl, how long did that take? Bitch, ooh, you're talking sweet as honey. Guess what? So is my money. Don't bring me your problems when you get here. Hey, baby, break it down. If you wanna bring me something I can use. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. Don't bring me the blues. And don't you bring me no bad news. I'll now work. So Jay Wilson, the people are sick of you talking about how you're gonna give this. You came on here scamming people, talking about you're gonna give the people this money. I'm gonna give them, I'm gonna pay their light bill. Oh, I can't tell you who they are. I can't say who they are. Just send me the money, right? You're back to your old game, Jay Wilson, right? And I would say that you say you're going to give somebody $500. You're gonna con these people out of $500 to give somebody else. I would need to see receipts. I would need to determine what is your relationship with the person who collected this money you said you gave them, right? Because you're not trustworthy, particularly around a coin, right? That's what happens when you live beyond your means. Imagine now, the next 20 years, you're going to have to every month come up with a different scam to get people's money. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be easier to get a job? I mean, it just seemed like it would be easier. Mm-hmm. Wiley will be trashing Food Junkie tomorrow. He already tried to drop a lug. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's just building Food Junkie up right now, right? Because he's the adversary. Since those two are going at it, then she wants to choose the opposite side. That's Wiley's stick. But as soon as Food Junkie start feeling comfortable with Wiley, oh, he on my side. He on my side. Then Wiley gonna turn on his ass, right? That's how he does it. No, in the celebrity gossip, they want to watch shorts. Huh? Well, shorts don't pay nothing, baby. Baby, there are people on these shorts that are making they got 5 million views and ain't getting nothing. I got 5 million views on that video, on that short. 5 million views, and I made $1.26. That is the story about these shorts. The only thing I can see the shorts are good for is that they expose you to a bigger audience. So make sure when you do shorts, you put your channel name in there. If they find you amusing, then it's a way of promoting your channel. But if you're going to think you're getting money from shorts, it ain't going to happen, honey. How the hell are you going to put a commercial in a 1-minute video? I'm just saying. So if that's the impression you're under, I would say don't fall for it, honey. Don't switch all your content to shorts. Now you see, even the big people now are making shorts. I don't know what the process is. There's some guy out there making shorts of my videos now. I don't give a fuck. It just runs people to my channel, right? But they're doing that to promote whatever they're promoting. and to promote their channels. I went to many people who I've seen in shorts. I went to their page to see what they're about. And a few of them I have subscribed to. That's what the whole point is, honey. But you can't blame that on why you ain't making no money, Wally. Now, Wally, are you working on a job again? It seems like you said something on Ness's channel yesterday that implied that you were not working, that this was your full-time job again. So I would seriously like to have an answer to that. Because you went back and forth. You work sometimes you don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Peter Paul Amajoy got nuts. Peter Paul Mounds don't. They calls. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Are you working, Wally? The people wants to know. They say, if you're going to come over here to beef sector, if you're going to come backtrack over here, we want to know we want some answers, honey. I am working at Walmart. You working at Walmart, Wiley? Oh, why did you join the fashion contest then, child? You working at Walmart. Oh, okay. Is that part-time? Okay, so you left your nursing job. Wait a minute. I wish this was a StreamYard. Yeah. Well, StreamYard, you have to sign on to StreamYard. Wally's working at Walmart. Wiley's working at Walmart. Wiley's working at Walmart. Give me a hand, peoples. Okay. We're going to see how it lasts, Wally. Right? So that means that you weren't making much money on your channel. Because if you could sit at your computer for a couple hours a day, if you were making money at it, you wouldn't go out and get a job at Walmart, right? So Walmart, they're hiring for seasonal work right now, right? Because they're also in a struggle. They've been closing stores left and right. But of course, all department stores, they all hire people in the Christmas season. So is that just some temporary work you're catching on, Wiley? Facts, right? I was not making money on YouTube. Okay. Well, that's an honest answer. Shit, I ain't making nothing on here either. If somebody give you a cash app for $20, hell, that's more than YouTube pays you a week. So don't forget the cash app, people. They dried that shit up. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I still ain't figured it out. I believe, Wiley, that when people, for whatever reason, stop, Google did this to themselves. People used to have to pay 30% of their income to Google when they super chatted, right? And then they raised it up to 45%, and all of a sudden, people stopped giving super chats. They said, "Why am I giving them money? They're gonna take half of it." So they stopped doing it, right? And I think that that's a big reason why our checks have shrunk. They've shrunk because the super chat money will go into your regular AdSense. If there's nothing coming in from the super chat, then you're just getting purely what you get in these little commercial things. I never made 5K on YouTube. Walmart's giving you 5K? Baby, please stop. Would you please? Thank you. My Squeenie said, "How is Buttercup?" He wants some of that Buttercup stuff. You never made 5K on you? No, hell no, honey. I think the highest I made on YouTube was $1,200. And that was once. Google got a lot of lawsuits going on. They got greedy. That was so unnecessary. It was so unnecessary for these multi-billion-dollar conglomerates to have to raise up to now they're taking half of what the subscribers. You're already getting the damn thing for practically free. Everybody on here, most of them don't get no money, child. And then they're gonna raise it up. So in protest, people just stop giving. The highest I made was $1,100. Yeah, that's about right. Although there are some people, Jay Wilson, who claims that he getting 3,000 and 4,000. He got 5,000 subscribers. Yet she somehow feels it necessary to come on here and talk about all these thousands. Oh, you only got 500? What you ain't doing it right. You ain't good commercial. Then he says that you know how Google puts the commercials in? If you don't put your commercials in on the video, right? Google goes and puts them in. They put them in every 2 minutes. So it's a whole string of just commercial. And that's what he leaves in every single video. Now, most people have enough sense to realize I can just pay premium, and that's like $12 a month. And I ain't got to look at all these goddamn commercials. I haven't seen a commercial on here in years, right? But for the ones who don't, I'm sure he calls them the suckers. He leaves all them damn commercials in, and then he comes and brags about how many thousands of dollars he's getting. And this month, this was a record-breaking month, and that month, a record-breaking. Every month is a record-breaking month, according to him. He cannot help himself from lying. He is a pathological liar, right? So I like people to tell the truth. I just have respect for the truth. I don't have time for no bullshit, right? Don't nobody bring me no bad news. All you can. But don't be singing the blues. Don't nobody bring me, ooh, send in my flying monkeys. They smell so bad. All right, Wally, we're gonna see what your next move is. We already spotted that you're trying to provoke King Roman. So we don't know if he can get that much energy up that he had 2 days ago. If he'll get it up for you, we don't know. Because he's probably thinking like the rest of us, this is a setup, right? Not only did the dude not apologize, now he's gonna make me the demon. Thank y'all for coming in on today. Bless those hearts. We are almost at Thanksgiving. Hope y'all have a good holiday season. Later.